football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, a good one in the NFC West. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Welcome, your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers has us started. Off we go from Lumen. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The number 1 all the way back.
Half of his career was probably the most under back in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's stepped well. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
17 yards. First down, Rams.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford has his caught left side. That's Parkinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this is in the office.
First down, it is Williams. Boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Cora. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Play action now for Stafford. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. Here's Stafford now on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And that'll set up fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for three? A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them align. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. This is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. throw, right side, hauled in by Cox.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let these well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, it's going to be a little frustrating. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Myers hit is good. And the Seahawks will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They put Adams in motion. Send a man in motion right. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
This one, caught by on first.
That quarterback called that the huddle. That going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was all to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll run it. And he's picked up the first down across midfield and down at 39.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Rams. First of 7. First down, Rams.
Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that off coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitching. See it. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. A throw on the move is caught. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, L.A.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Rams.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, Rams.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Extra point attempts to come here.
For the extra point.
He knocks it through, and the Rams take a 10-3 lead.
10. Seahawks 3.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Corey Horton now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barner.
A.J. Barner. No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 10-3 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it 3rd and 9 to begin. To throw is Darnold, and that is incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. They go play action with Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
The motion man is Nakua. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still first down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Makes the score Rams 13, Seahawks 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Horton. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They're in a 10-point hold. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. They'll go play action with Darnold. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Now this looks like a design run, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. He keeps it himself. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
A gain of 6.
Can't imagine it's very fun tackling a guy like this, Mike, when he gets a full head of steam, great vision, the physicality to finish the run through contact. And I think defensively, they're just happy they were able to get him on the ground.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. On play action, here's Darnold. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And it was really the lack of production on 1st and 2nd down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till 3rd down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those 1st and 2nds and take the fight to the defense.
The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Second down, it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. The shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Throwing again is Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
Pickup
11.
of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
The best
line.
offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 and is past the 40-yard line.
Brings up second and a yard.
From the 43, here's second and a yard. Stafford gonna give it to Cora, and he's gonna pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
Gain of 8. That's another Rams first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
To throw is Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by McCool. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. First and 10. They run over center with Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on second down. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. Now it's Stafford. That one, take it in. Touchdown, L.A.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Rams add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Seahawks 3.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Shaheed now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. First and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one thrown behind his target. and it'll be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
2nd and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
10 yards.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Throw right side, home in by Cup.
To Cooper Cup. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 44-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 2 scores.
Seahawks 6.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Down the right sideline. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
31 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen. I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Walker. Has some room inside the 30. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Sam Darnold, touchdown Seahawks. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7.
Rams 20. Seahawks 13.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. begin with a zone read. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On play action, it's Stafford. Working across the field, the Tua has it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good.
Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
24-yard gain on the play.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. Finds Nakua on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
To the left side, and Adams has it. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
32 yards.
That is a big play for L.A. 32 yards.
First and goal.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs.
And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Rams will extend this third quarter lead.
27, Seahawks 13.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Shaheed now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities, and for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses, and you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball, and I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
There's a short one taken in by Barner. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
So the key to these 3rd down blitzes, Mike, is you have to be confident that you're going to get home, because if not, you can leave yourself vulnerable on the back end to give up a big play. So fortunately here, the gamble pays off, and they're able to get him down for a sack.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. drive begins with a run by Williams. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Punt team headed out for the Rams, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Darnold. He'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 33, here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Darnold. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I can sit up here off the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
3rd down, 3 to go. Darnold to the air once more. It's complete. He's got it covered. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
To throw again is Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Seattle.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown, Seattle. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Meyer, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7.
Seahawks 20.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return, here comes Corum. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. The motion man is Nakua. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 9. Parkinson in motion. Second down. It's Stafford. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Parkinson. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Parkinson in motion. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is third and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Throw on third down, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end and they're able to pick up the first down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Walker. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
No return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, LA.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Pass is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
A give, and here comes Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal, Rams.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Williams? No! He's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. One more time for Williams. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here comes Horton. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. First. Cup in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation. Defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
On second down, it's Darnold. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Throw right side, home in by Cup. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Rams' 47-yard line.
It is second down and 5. Here's Darnold again. Now he's just going to flip this forward.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now, a big third down. Darnold to throw again. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And here's a great example of why that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Darnold now on first and 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Now the point after try from Myers. His kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut the deficit to 7.
34. Seahawks 27.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop, and that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point, but in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.